Now 6 o'clock, I will call the meeting to order. Welcome everybody in attendance, also those of you viewing online, to our annual budget and annual meeting here for the Spoon Area School District. Jesse, could you call a roll, please?
Here.
Here. Here.
Here.
Here.
Here. Present.
Thank you. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, I'll start out with some announcements. This, again, is our annual budget and annual meeting. We will hold a regular meeting of the school board following this meeting. As far as the annual meeting goes, the Board of Education members and terms are as follows. Myself, Joe Weiss, from 2025 expires in 2028. Nathaniel Melton's term is 2023 to 2026. Michelle Jepson is 2023 to 2026. Andrew Melton serves from 24 to 2027. Megan Benson-Moreau serves from 23 to 2026. John Hedlund is on board from 2024 to 2027. And Sue Weinsberg on board from 2025 to 2028. Each speaker addressing the chair should state his or her name and township residence for the record. The annual meeting is a meeting of the electors, giving you the power to vote and make motions. Participation in voting is restricted to district residents. As far as voting procedure goes, voters should raise their hand and hold it up until a count is taken. The regular board meeting, like I said, will be immediately following this annual meeting to adopt the 2025-26 tax levy. We'll move on now to elect the chairperson for this particular meeting. Do I have any nominations to elect a chairperson for this meeting?
I would nominate Joe Weiss to be chairperson of this meeting.
Second.
Do I have any other nominations? Do I have any other nominations? One more time, do I have any more nominations? If not, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Got it? Thank you. So I assume I'm it? Okay.
You're it.
As a
All right.
landslide.
Moving on then with the agenda for the meeting, approval of the minutes from the annual meeting held on October 21st, 2024. You all have a copy of those, I believe, in front of you in this packet here. Do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving those minutes, raise your hand so Jesse can count them. Thank you. As far as new business goes, presentation on the 2025-26 tax levy information. Dr. Banker and Trish, please.
All right, we'll start this evening with a general overview of the tax levy. We're looking at a $19,820,673 levy. Within that, Fund 10 will be allocated $15,636,844. Our Fund 39, which is our referendum-approved debt levy, will be $3,958,829. And our Fund 80, which is our community service fund, will be $225,000. As you can see underneath, on the slide, we have that Fund 10 revenues and expenses match, so we'll have a balanced budget for this fiscal year. And then our all funds revenues and expenses are both around $27 million for the year.
Since I'm new to the show this year, I'm adding a little bit of information that I typically have shared because it adds some, it helps a regular person understand how does school funding work. So it's helpful to know that what wraps up to make your property tax levy is the revenue limit and deducing the state equalized aid from that. So that's inside the property tax levy bucket. And then outside of the revenue limit are things like categorical aid, federal funds, other revenue sources like grants that we receive, and so forth. So when you think about how the levy actually is comes together, those are the factors that influence it. Fund balance typically is the difference between our assets as a school district and the liabilities, or what we owe. Sometimes it gets confused and folks think about it as a savings account, but really it's far more complex than that. We have to think about the cash equivalents we have, like investments, and then non-cash components, like things that we get like taxes and grants. And so the difficulty of understanding fund balance is things that are impacted by it are our credit score. So if we were needing to go out and borrow money, the fund balance is one of those signs that signals our health and wellness. Sometimes there's a confusion that districts should use their fund balance to balance debt and so forth, but it is in our best interest to maintain a healthy fund balance like we currently have. Often fund balance could be used for planned and unplanned expenses. So if we had a catastrophic impact like a roof that needed repairing, a failure in a heating system and so forth, those would be times that we would look to dipping into our fund balance to take use of those funds. Interestingly, if you look at our 10-year enrollment data, we are trending what you would see in most of the state of Wisconsin, which is a dip, and especially in the last 3 to 4 years following COVID, where there were many families who chose to use different options or stay home for that particular time. And as we head into the 25-26, we ended with 1,169 students this year, 17 students fewer than last year. It's hard to show sensitivity on a bar graph like this. If you think about some of the factors, we had a larger graduating class. We have relatively small rising classes, especially at that K1 and 2. This is definitely consistent with the rest of the state of Wisconsin for the most part. Open enrollment, again, another indication of a district's health and well-being. We are trending similarly as we have in the last 3 years, where the number of students that we have that are joining us from outside of the district are similar to the year before, and the students that we have that open enroll out are also similar to the year before. This is a new slide that I also added. This is looking at how do you get to the mill rate. And so your tax levy, again, it gets divided by your equalized aid or value and then multiplied by 1,000, and that gets you your mill rate. Am I doing this slide too? Yes. And so I think this is a benchmark that we typically have used here to kind of show where we fall in the Heart of the North Conference, kind of right there in the middle of the group of the 10 school districts creating the Heart of the North. Our mill rate, $6.80. Our per student revenue at $11,325.
I will add too, that wasn't a typo on the previous slide. It was 24-25 info. You don't have to be actually finalized until October 31st, so most districts don't have anything published for this year yet. So that was accurate. Here we have a basic budget comparison. We have our summer school enrollment, which is down by 3. Then our total enrollment, or average enrollment, we're down 18. As you can see, our declining enrollment exemption is down by $31,050. And that decreases when our enrollment decreases as well, because it averages out and becomes less. Then you can see here on this slide, the voucher aid is up $46,901. Our general aid, which we do budget for every year, is at a 15% decline. So that isn't unknown. We knew that was coming. So a loss of $27,734 from our state aid. Our allowable revenue limit is up $264,996. And then our overall tax levy is up $68,196. That's due in part from the $325 that we get to levy as an increase from the prior state budget. and also by that voucher aid deduction that increased this year as well. Our mill rate will drop from 6.8 to 6.17, which is a decrease of 0.63. And the per pupil aid has not changed again this year, so that will remain at the $742. Here's a graph of the overall revenues for the district. The tax levy is our largest base at 73%. The state aid is at 1%, and a categorical state aid is at 10% for a combined state total of 11%. Federal aid is at 6% of our revenues, and the remaining 10% is made up of the interfund transfer from Fund 10 to Fund 27, which is special education. The payments from other school districts, such as co-op sports, or some of the new things we're seeing is the 6603 agreements will receive revenue from. And then there's also the athletic fees and admissions that you'll see in that part as well. Any questions on the revenue piece?
Just for the public's information, I'd asked you this earlier, but how does the government shutdown affect our budget, since it's only 6% is federal dollars?
Right now, there's no effect for this current year. They have released all the allocations. We did see a decrease in the CCLC grant by 13%. We had decreases in our title funds as well, but that was more because of the poverty level in the area, not necessarily anything to do with the shutdown. We might see some delays in actual receiving revenue depending on when the government opens back up.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
The last slide here is we have our overall expenses. Our salaries and benefits are our largest portion at 48%. Our contracted services is at 23%. Ours is a bit higher than some districts because of mostly our contracted out student transportation. Your open enrollment costs go into here, and that voucher aid deduction is part of that as well. Our debt retirement is at 16%, and that is for the referendum approved debt. The interfund expenses are transferred from Fund 10 to Fund 27, our special education. So there's one revenue, one expense, so they balance out. Our consumables are the supplies that are used in classrooms, offices, and operations throughout the district. Capital objects would include things like equipment, vehicles, and Chromebook lots that we purchase throughout the year. And then our miscellaneous items are district insurances and dues and fees that the district has, such as memberships for like WASBO and WASB and those things. Any questions on the expenses?
No.
All right. Back here too.
I guess just back to maybe the mill rate, and what does that mean practically for people's taxes for the upcoming year? Will they see an increase or a decrease in taxes?
It's the rate that it's calculated at, but it's also based on like the value of the home. So that wouldn't be something I'd be able to tell you as a personal side. Our levy has pretty much remained flat. We had an increase of 68,000. So our actual levy isn't increasing by very much. So we're not increasing it on our end. The rate's decreasing, but it all's dependent on the property value and how it's calculated out at the municipality.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as coming from the district, it's flat.
It would be pretty much flat, yeah, with the 68,000 increase, yeah.
With the increased special education money that's coming, how will that affect our overall budget?
We've seen a little bit of an increase in revenue in Fund 27, which was able to lower our transfer, but it's still pretty considerable. We're still over a $1.6 million transfer from Fund 10 to Fund 27 per the budget. And we're planning on receiving somewhere around that 38%.
Okay. Anything else for us?
That's it for the
Anybody
presentation.
have any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, in that case, I need a motion to adopt Resolution A for the 2025-26 tax levy for $19,820,673 per Wisconsin State Statute 120.10, parent 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Do I have a motion to accept that?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Thank you. Item B, I need a motion to adopt Resolution B to establish salaries for the school board members for Wisconsin State Statute 120.10, Parent 3. And the list of those payments are on your agenda. Board President, 200, Vice President, 150, Board Clerk, 150, Board Treasurer, 150, and Board Members, 150. Do I have a motion to adopt that?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Thank you. Item C, I need a motion to adopt Resolution C to authorize the reimbursement of board members for actual and necessary expense incurred when traveling and performance of duties per Wisconsin State Statute 120.10, Parent 4. And that amounts to $51.75 per day plus actual expenses out of the district.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Thank you. Motion carried. Finally, item D, can I get a motion to adopt Resolution D to authorize the Board of Education to set the 2026 annual school district meeting for Monday, October 26th, 2026 at 6 p.m. in conjunction with a regular board meeting at a location determined by the Board of Education and the administration per Wisconsin Statute 120.08, Parent 1.
So
That's what
moved.
we talked about before. So I do have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Motion carries. Thank you. Item E, I need a motion to adjourn this particular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Very good. Motion carries. We'll move on now to the regular meeting of the school board. Again, we will start from scratch. That's an adjournment. No, this is the call to order. Jesse, please read the roll, please.
Here.
Here. Present.
Here.
Here.
Here. Present.
Thank you. We have a quorum. Please rise again for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Item 1D, approval of the agenda. Agenda has been prepared and disseminated in accordance with the Board Policy 0166. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item 2, consent agenda, Board of Education minutes from 9/15/25, Board of Committee of the Whole from 10/6/25, and the vouchers. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item 3, informational session, board reports, committee of the whole, and administrative reports. Any questions on that? Hearing none, we'll receive and place that information on file. Item 4, community comments. We don't have any this evening, so we'll move on. I would like to make one comment, actually two. First of all, congratulations to the football team for winning that game the other night at the very end. We'll take a win any way we can get it. And also, the girls' golf team did an incredible job in Madison, and they won the state tournament, which is, I believe, the first time that Spooner's ever done that.
Yep.
Yes.
So congratulations to them. And
Nice.
and I watched them tee off the other day. We had a golf outing at the golf course, and the girls' team showed up to hit the first pitch, and they all teed off, and I mean, long ways, I'll say that. I mean, those girls can hit the ball, so takes me 2 shots to get to where they were one.
I just want
Any
to,
other comments? Nothing?
yeah, I just want to thank the principals. I think I know we did this at the committee of the whole, but this is principal month of October. Just want to thank you for your hard work. Woo-hoo.
Thank you very much. All right. Moving on, item 5, discussion and action. I need an adoption for the 2025-26 tax levy, which we talked about. Do I have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion on that? Hearing none, the motion carries for approval of a tax levy of $19,820,673. Item B, consider personnel recommendations. We don't have any for this month, so we'll move on. Item C, consider acceptance of donations. Dr. Banker?
So we had a donation of $550 from the Still to the elementary art program, a donation of hats, mittens, and scarves from CCF Bank to the school district writ large, compact brushless drill and driver combos for $498 to the tech ed department from the Mathy Construction Company. Another donation by the same company of DeWalt lightweight circular saws and compact jigsaw kits as well. All of these things are well over $1,000. We had a donation from Verizon to the elementary school for backpacks and school supplies, a donation from River Street Restaurant for burgers for National Custodian Appreciation Week on October 2nd. And the Birch Barn made a donation of passes and gear to our wellness program in the school district. We got a donation from James Snodgrass Jr. to the after-school club program for $4,000 and to the library for $5,000. Those were from his estate. And then donations were made for Superhero Shirt Day from a variety of vendors of $200 a piece. That was located in your packet. I won't read all of them because there was 3 pages of those. But thank you to everybody who made those donations on behalf to Superhero Shirts.
And I would like to add there's an incredible amount of support from our community for the school district, and it's highly appreciated. And thank you very much. Does anybody else want to comment on that?
Amazing.
If not, I'll need a motion to accept those donations.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion further on that? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item D, consider fundraiser request. Dr. Banker?
So the first request is from high school boys baseball.
Basketball.
No, is it basketball?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, that is basketball. Thank you. I do not have my readers on. And getting back to the notes here, and the second one is to the middle school. And that is, I guess, a donation at large for holiday goods.
Okay. Any questions on that? Do I have a motion to approve those fundraiser requests?
Second.
Any discussion on it? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you. Item E, consider early college credit program and start college now requests.
So this is the same information that you heard in the committee of the whole that was presented a couple weeks ago. So nothing has changed since you saw that original presentation.
Okay. I have a motion to approve the early college credit program and start college now request.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item F, consider update to the K through 8 math standards. We talked about that at the committee of the whole also.
Nothing has changed since then.
Okay,
Same
any,
presentation.
do I have a motion to approve those?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item G, consider the first reading of Volume 4, Number 2, Neola Policy Updates, Group 2. Everybody had a chance to look through all of those, I'm sure. And I'll need a motion to approve those updates.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item H, consider second reading of Volume 34, Number 2, Neola Policy Updates, Group 1. Again, we've reviewed those in the past, and I'll need a motion to approve those.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item I, consider professional development for district leadership team. That was presented by Dr. Banker at the COW. I need a motion to approve that.
So moved.
We have a second.
Second.
Any discussion?
And I just want to confirm, just for the public that are listening, this is not costing us. This was money that was already available in the budget, correct?
That's correct.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Okay, any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion to approve the professional development for district leadership team, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Next up, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion to adjourn carried. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.